Welcome to The Explainer. Look, hiring season for the 2026 batch is officially on, and today we are going to crack the Capgemini on-campus process. We're taking all that scattered info out there and turning it into one clear, simple roadmap for you.
Okay, so let's dive right in with the most important question, right? What's in it for you? What kind of opportunity is Capgemini actually putting on the table this year?
The big number everyone's aiming for is 7.5 lakhs per annum. That's for the Senior Analyst role. This is the top prize, and we're going to spend the rest of this explainer breaking down exactly how you can get there.
So Capgemini's got 3 different roles on the table. You've got the analyst position starting at 4.25 lakhs. Then there's the Analyst Star, which is 5.5 lakhs with a nice little 25,000 rupee bonus. And then of course, the big one, the Senior Analyst at that 7.5 lakh mark.
Okay, you're going to want to get your calendar out for this because these dates are crucial. Registration is open now, but look how tight this is. The deadline is September 5th, and the tests start just 4 days later. That is a really quick turnaround. You have to be ready to go.
All right, so you know what you're aiming for. Now, how do you get it? Capgemini has seriously shaken things up this year, so you really need to pay attention because this is not the same old process.
And here's the biggest change. Out with the old, in with the new. Those traditional aptitude and reasoning tests, they're gone. Instead, you're looking at game-based challenges, a whole bunch of communication tests, and a huge focus on pseudocode.
This is your roadmap. It's a 6-stage journey, but you can think of it as a gauntlet. It kicks off with communication and technical stuff before getting into behavior, coding, and games. Now, not all these rounds are equal. It is absolutely essential to know which ones are the filters, the rounds designed to weed people out.
So let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to walk through each of these 6 rounds one by one so you know exactly what's coming and how to handle it.
First up, you've got the communication assessment. This isn't about your tech skills at all. It's purely designed to see how confident and clear you are when you speak and listen.
Now, this is usually a non-elimination round, but you should 100% confirm that with your college placement officer. Still, don't take it lightly. It's your first impression, and you've got about 30 minutes to answer a mix of different questions.
All right, now we're talking. This is where the real challenge begins. Round 2 is the technical assessment, and it's designed to test your core CS fundamentals. This is a major filter.
The first thing that should jump out at you here is the focus on pseudocode. I mean, look at that. 25 out of the 40 questions. The rest cover your basics, data structures, operating systems, networking. And make no mistake, this is a huge elimination round.
And we're not just talking high-level stuff. We've heard from past candidates that you need to be ready for really specific questions on things like the OSI model, protocols like TCP and UDP, and even IP addresses. So get into the details.
So if you manage to slay the technical round, what's next? Well, your written communication skills are about to go under the microscope in a timed essay test.
They'll give you some kind of broad, philosophical topic like this one, and you'll have to write a short essay following a very strict set of rules.
And let me tell you, the rules are everything here. That word count, 180 to 220 words, is not a suggestion. So many people get cut just for going over or under. And get this, in the past, even using the backspace key has caused problems. So yeah, this is another huge elimination point.
And here's the structure you have to follow. It's simple, but it's mandatory. Don't get fancy. Just introduce your point, build on it with a few examples, and then wrap it up with a clear conclusion. That's it.
Okay, we're in the home stretch of the assessments now. Let's quickly run through the last 3 tests standing between you and that interview.
So here's the final gauntlet. You start with a quick behavioral round. That one's not for elimination. They just want to get a feel for your personality. But then, right after that, bam, 2 more critical elimination rounds. A coding challenge, which you have to do for the higher packages, and a game-based aptitude test that everyone has to take.
So if you make it through all of that, you finally get to the interview. And the kind of interview you get really depends on the role you're up for. For the analyst role, it's more about communication and your resume. For those higher packages, get ready for a much tougher grilling on code, advanced tech concepts, and your projects.
Phew, okay, we've covered a ton of ground. So what's the bottom line here? What should you really take away from all this? Let's just summarize your prep strategy. If you're wondering where to spend most of your time, this is it. Your prep has to be heavily weighted towards pseudocode and those core IT fundamentals. Why? Because those are the biggest hurdles in the first major elimination rounds. That's where you need to be rock solid. And let me just say it again, because it's so important.
This entire process is designed to filter people out. There are at least 4 separate elimination rounds. Mastering the content for the technical test, the essay, the coding round, and that weird game-based aptitude test, that is your key to getting an interview.
So, we've laid out the entire process for you, from the salaries to the final interview, the traps, and the opportunities. The only question left is, what are you going to do with this information? Good luck.